Good morning and welcome to JNC Better Living's Rooted Yoga. Today's practice is going to be about 25 minutes for all levels, helping us to warm up our body and start the day. Let's get started at the top of our mat. Bring your feet about hips distance apart and make sure that your toes are pointing forward. We really want to root into all four corners of our feet, lift up from our kneecaps and engage our thighs, draw our tailbone down and back, lift up through our side body, roll our shoulders down, crown of head reaches toward the sky, and our arms are at our sides, fingers pointing down, palms facing forward. We really want to engage through our core here and focus on our breath for just a moment, feeling the inhales and exhales, evening them out slowly. Just be aware of how your body feels today. And remember that your breath is a tool to help you through difficult challenges in your yoga practice and also difficult challenges in your life. We want our inhales and exhales to be about the same length, and we're going to breathe in and out through our nose, creating a little restriction in the back of our throat that when you exhale sounds like you're trying to fog up a mirror. So let's take a couple breaths like that. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. Breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in now. Reach your arms out and up to the sky. Breathe out. Hands come to heart center. Breathe in. Reach your arms down, around, and up. Breathe out, hands come to heart center. One more time like that. Breathe in, reach your arms down, around, and up. Breathe out, hands come to heart center. Now breathe in, take your left hand and place it on your left hip. Breathe in as you reach your right arm up and over for a nice side stretch on your right body. Really wanting to try to ground in here to both feet, particularly the outer edge of your right foot. As you lengthen one more time and breathe out, come back to center. Same thing on the other side. Right hand finds the right hip. Breathe in as you reach up and over for a side stretch on your left side, really grounding into your feet, engaging through your legs and your core. Breathe out, come back to center. This time take your hands up to the sky one more time and breathe out. Hinge at your hips, fold forward, coming into a forward fold. Breathe in now, half lift, hands to shins, flat back, crown of head reaches forward. Breathe out, fold all the way down, head hangs heavy. One more time like that. Breathe in, hands to your shins, flat back, really open up through your chest, gazes down. Breathe out, bend all the way down, relax, bend generously into your knees. Let's take a ragdoll pose and sway side to side. If you're more comfortable, you can spread your feet out a little wider. Just hang heavy. Get some movement in your hips, your knees. Now one more time, breathe in, hands to shins, half lift, and breathe out. Plant your hands and step back, right foot, then your left foot, coming into a plank position. In this position, we want to make sure that our wrists are below our shoulders, that our heels are yearning back, that we're really pressing into our hands and almost rounding through our upper body. And now let's hold for one more breath here. Really engage your core like you're pulling your belly away from a fire on your mat. And breathe out, bend at your elbows, and slowly lower your body all the way down to the mat. We're going to take a cobra pose here. Untuck your toes. Hands should be about at your chest, and press into your hands as you lift your chest and shine your heart forward, getting a little back bend here. Breathe out, slowly lower your chest all the way to the mat. 2 more times like that. Press into your hands, press into your feet. Really reach your chest forward. Shoulders roll down and back. Breathe out. Lower your chest all the way down. And one more time. Pressing into your hands. Really engaging your core so you don't dump into your lower back. Reaching your chest forward. Breathe out. Lower all the way down. Now you can either press back up into our plank position and come back to downward dog, or you can press into your hands and knees, tuck your toes, and then reach your tailbone up to the sky, coming into our downward dog that way. In our first downward dog here, let's pedal out through our feet, again waking up our legs. We want to make sure that our hands are spread, our fingers are very wide, and that we are pointing our middle finger forward, or your hands can be slightly pointed out to the sides if that's more comfortable on your shoulders. But really press in through your hands, index finger and thumb side mostly, and really reach your chest back toward your thighs. It's a good practice to bend your knees a little bit here to find even more length through your back, and then you can slowly straighten your knees if you want to. One more breath here, really engaging your hands into the floor, lifting your tailbone up and back, and breathe out. Relax your head, relax your shoulders. Now breathe in, press your right foot back like you're stamping on an imaginary wall behind you. Hips should be square to the ground. Breathe out. Bend your right knee and pull it into your chest. Breathe out. Stretch it up and back. 2 more like that. Breathe in. Bring your knee into your chest. Really roll forward. Engage through your core. Breathe out. Press your right heel up and back. Last time, breathe in. Bring your knee between your elbows. And now this time, plant your foot between your hands. Take your back foot and angle it at a 45-degree angle. And then circle your arms around and up, coming into our Warrior Two pose. Making sure here that our front heel is basically dissecting your back foot. We want our front knee at about a 90-degree angle or so, and make sure that your back toes are pointing in the same direction as your back knee. We want to make sure that our toes are pointing forward on our front foot, our arms are parallel to the earth, and we want to sink into this pose for a moment. Notice where your torso is. It should be kind of in between your 2 legs, and your crown of your head should be reaching up as your gaze slowly comes over your front right fingers. Breathe in, press into all 4 corners of your feet. Breathe out, sink a little deeper into your front right knee. Breathe in, really engage through your core. Breathe out, shoulders roll down and back. Now breathe in, reach forward a little bit, and then flip your right palm and tick-tock your arm so that your right arm reaches up to the sky and your left hand can plant on your back thigh, coming into reverse warrior. Breathe in, Really stretch your fingers up to the sky. Breathe out, sink a little deeper into your front leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Now bend your right arm. Take your forearm to your right front thigh and breathe out as you lift your left arm up to the sky, opening your chest to the ceiling, coming into a side angle. Breathe in, now crown of head makes a diagonal line to your back left foot, and an energetic line of energy that is straight and reaching in both directions. Breathe in one more time here, and breathe out. Lift your right arm off your thigh, coming back into Warrior Two. Now we're going to flow that just a little bit. So we're going to breathe in, right arm comes up, left arm comes down, reverse warrior, breathe out, right forearm comes to your thigh, left arm comes up, side angle. One more time, breathe in, right arm comes up, left arm comes down, breathe out, right forearm comes to your thigh, left arm comes up. Breathe in, hands come back to Warrior Two. Breathe out, spiral your arms all the way down to the ground, one hand on each side of your foot, and pivot on your back left toes. Step your right foot back to meet your left. Either come down to your knees or lower all the way to the ground as you bend your elbows and they graze your sides. And coming into Cobra Pose again, press into your hands, lift your chest forward for a nice back bend. Breathe out, lower all the way down to the mat. One more time, breathe in, press into your hands, finding a back bend, shoulders roll down and back. Breathe out, chest comes all the way to the ground. Now you can either press into your hands and knees like we did before, coming into downward dog, or press back into your plank pose, and then really engage your core, lift your sits bones to the sky, rolling your feet flat down to the mat. And we'll take that on the other side. Breathe in, left leg reaches back. Breathe out, bend your knee, reach for your nose, roll forward. Breathe out, lift your heel up and back. Breathe in, roll forward, knee to nose. Breathe out, lift your heel up and back. Breathe in, this time knee to nose, and then take your left foot and plant it between your hands as we spiral our back right foot to a 45-degree angle, front heel dissecting your back foot and spiraling up, coming into Warrior Two position on this side. Breathe in, spin your palm up to the sky, reach forward, and then reach your left arm up as your right arm gently comes down on your back thigh, coming into Reverse Warrior. Stay a breath or two here, making sure that our posture is correct. Make sure that your front left knee is pointing out over the center of your foot. You don't want it to be shifting in. And let's check the alignment of our back foot, making sure that it is in alignment with our back knee. One more breath in here, and then breathe out. Left arm comes to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up to the sky, coming into side angle. Breathe in, really lengthen your fingers up to the ceiling. Spin your chest open, and breathe out. Sink a little bit more into your front thigh. Breathe in, right arm comes to your back thigh, left arm reaches up to the sky, and breathe out. Left arm bends and comes down to your thigh, right arm reaches up to the sky for side angle. 2 more times like that. right arm to your back thigh, left arm up, left arm down to your thigh, right arm up, right arm to your thigh, left arm up, left arm to your front thigh, right arm up. Good. Now breathe in, come back to Warrior Two position, arms parallel to the ground. Breathe out, spiral your hands back to the ground, pivot on your back foot, and step your left foot back to meet your right, lowering all the way to the ground again. As your elbows graze your sides, untuck your toes, pressing into our hands, cobra pose. Breathe out, lower your chest all the way down. Breathe in, either press into plank or hands and knees, and then lift your hips up to the sky, coming into our downward facing dog. Let's take a minute to find our breath here. Anytime that you lose your breath or you feel overheated, you can come back to downward dog, or you can also come back to child's pose. Let's breathe in, right leg reaches up and back. Breathe out, one time knee to nose. Breathe in, lift your heel up and back. Breathe out, step forward between your hands. Circle your arms around and up, coming into Warrior Two. Breathe in, reach forward to go back, reverse warrior. Breathe out, right arm comes down, left arm comes up, side angle. Now this time, breathe in, straighten your front right leg, reach your right arm up. This is reverse triangle. Breathe out. Now take your hands parallel to the earth. Shift your left hip back in space. Reach your right arm all the way forward until you can't anymore. And then tick-tock your arms, coming into a triangle pose. Breathe in, engage through your core. Really press into your front big toe and lift your left arm up to the sky, finding a nice twist in your back from your mid to upper back. Breathe in, one more breath here, and breathe out. Spiral your left hand down to the mat, pivot on your back toes, and then lift your right arm up to the sky, coming into an easy twist on this side. Once again, finding a nice twist in your mid to upper back, and gaze can either be straight out in front of you, or if it's okay on your neck, reaching all the way up to your hand. Breathe in one more time here, really press through your back left heel. Breathe out, hand comes down, right foot steps back, lowering all the way to the ground. Press into your hands, coming into cobra. Breathe out, chest comes all the way down. Press into plank or hands and knees, and then lift your tailbone up, coming into downward dog. One more time on the other side now. Breathe in, left foot reaches back. Breathe out, one time knee to nose. Breathe in, left heel steps back to an imaginary wall behind you. Breathe in, step your left foot between your hands and plant it. Spiral your back foot to 45 degrees. Circle your arms down, around, and up, coming into Warrior Two. Again, just checking the positioning of our legs and making sure our torso is centered between them. Breathe in as you reach forward. Palm reaches to the ceiling. Left arm goes to the sky. Right arm comes back. Breathe out. Left arm bends, plants on your left thigh. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Now breathe in. Right arm comes down to your thigh. Left arm comes up to the sky as you straighten your left leg. Breathe out. Hands come back to parallel as we shift our right hip back in space. Left arm really reaches as far as it can go, and then tick-tock your hands so your left hand is pressing into your shin as your right arm is reaching up to the sky. Really trying to find a nice length on your right side body. Breathe in. One more time here. Breathe out. Come back to warrior two. Breathe in and breathe out. Circle your hands down to the ground. Pivot on your back right toe, and then reach your left arm up to the sky, coming into our nice, easy twist on this side. Breathe in. Really reach your fingers high to the sky. Breathe out. Left hand plants. Step your foot back. Lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Press into your hands. Cobra. Breathe out. Chest rolls all the way down. This time, press into your hands and knees, and then take your knees wide to the mat, pressing your sits bones all the way back to your heels, coming into a child's pose. That was a nice warm up of our body. And now we're going to just take a minute here to reconnect to our breath and close out our practice. Really finding our breath and not having any judgment as to how well we did on the mat today, but more a sense of accomplishment that you came and put in an effort. Now, again, your next breath in, press into your hands and slowly walk them to your knees. And we're going to close out our practice here. Close your eyes. Hands can rest on your thighs, or they can come to heart center. As we take another breath in and notice the difference in our body than how we felt before we started. Thank you for joining me in the short practice today. Have a beautiful day. It is my honor to lead you. Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Comment below if there are areas that you'd like me to address in future yoga practices. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more free rooted yoga from JNC Better Living. Namaste.